another edition of today's Thoughts from my Walk. Windy, as you can see. What I want to talk about is just like how you don't start, how you finish. And why this matters is because, a lot of people, when I first sort of start talking to them, really think about like what are the sort of advanced strategies that they can sort of put into play because they feel like they need to do something entirely different than what they've done in the past, or just approach things differently in order to get a certain end result. So that usually means something along the lines of like harder exercise, new exercises to put into play, very targeted dietary strategies. When the biggest places where I think most people struggle is one, just being consistent all the way through, and two, just focusing their energy on the things that are going to give them the most return. And why that's important is because it doesn't have to be complicated. Where you start is literally if somebody was trying to, let's say, get into slightly better shape over the next couple months, that could be accomplished by eating just a bit better consistently 7 days a week. And literally, if you want to add some activity, you could throw in a daily walk or a walk every couple days for about 30 to 45 minutes, and you would have a dynamite exercise and nutrition routine that would give you some sort of result. The problem is when you jump right in, you're like, I'm going to slam 5-6 days a week worth of activity, and I'm going to start regimenting everything that I eat. You might be the exception and be able to smash that. You might be the other minority that like smashes that for a few weeks, and then something happens. There's a bump in the road, something that essentially derails you, and you just don't know how to deal with that. And that just becomes frustrating because all the work that you've put in, essentially goes out the window. And now you have to start all over again. And it seems like an overwhelming mountain to have to climb. And when you're thinking about that and why it matters in terms of like you don't essentially finish the way you start is because the more gradual the process in terms of integrating different lifestyle habits, different exercise routines, then the more likely they are to actually stick. And that's the piece that I want you to take away is that, you can have some sort of like performance goal at the end of the road, something that you want to do, something that's awesome. You want to be like an absolute savage at the end of the day. That is cool. You just don't start there. It's a progressive sort of spaced out process that allows you to build up all the components that are required in order to maintain that over the long term. And if you can do that, you are way more likely to not only be successful, but for it to actually positively translate into what you actually want it to actually be a benefit to your life rather than essentially a time and energy suck. So that's my thoughts for my walk today. All right. Talk to you soon. Keep bringing it.